Okay. So obviously I'm going to talk about skydiving and my experience. This happened just recently in June, I think, this couple months ago, right? Okay. And this is a picture of me. So, okay, where did I go? Went to Skydive, Kansas in Osage City, which from Gardner, it took me like an hour to get there. It actually would have been less, but we got kind of lost. So that's where we went. And this picture is actually from their site. That's the building that we went to. It's literally, it's just a barn. And big open door, it's a barn, you walk in, and yeah, that's where it's at. Outside they have picnic tables, and then they have the airplane, whatever. It's pretty sweet. The first thing when I walked in, I noticed I walked in and I see this little boy, not little boy, but like 14, 15, rolling the parachutes. And I was like, I freaked out because I was like, okay, no, we need to have a professional do that. But anyways, well, worked out. So you go in, pay, do all that kind of business. And reasoning why I wanted to go skydiving, I can't really tell you. I've been wanting to skydive since I was a junior or senior in high school, and I guess you can call me an adrenaline junkie. So it's just something that I really, really wanted to do. And finally, I had extra money to use to spend on myself, so yeah, I decided to go skydiving. So the training, you first watch a video. Video is about 8 minutes or so. It's super, super short. The training total took about 30 minutes for tandem training. It's super short, and you think it's going to be long, but nope, it's super short. What took long was waiting to get into training and waiting for the people to finish before me. That's really what took, that didn't even take that long because I went in the morning, but yeah. So you watch a video, and then a woman will come in. They have a little room where they have like the door of the airplane kind of, and then they also have a platform to practice. But it's really nothing. But the two main things that they emphasized on it was arching your back after you jump out of the plane, and to keep your arms up, which you'll see in a picture of how, how it works. And then the landing, which is really important. You have to make sure that you tuck your knees in, because the instructor needs to be able to do what they need to do because you don't know how to do it. So you watch that. And then an optional thing was to pull the cord for the parachute. You do that at about 5,000 feet, and the big thing was if you are going to pull it, was to just like kind of wave your hands in front, and then that's how the instructor knows that you are going to be the one who's going to pull the cord. So yeah, that was the training basically. It was super, super quick. And then you gear up. They will pick out a suit for you. And I was really happy with the suit because it was really bright and colorful. And I guess they were really happy too because nobody had been able to use that suit in a while. Because so they were all like, oh, she gets to use that one suit, and really super excited. So they give you a suit, and that just goes over your clothes, zip it up, and then you will go and strap up to the gear. And that's I got kind of nervous for that part because it's just you're like, I want this to be secure and you want to feel safe. And at first it's not tight, and I was just kind of standing there, but then the instructor will go again and make everything super secure, so then you do feel really safe in your gear that you're in. And then last, you will put on you'll try on your hat and goggles and how to put them on when you're up in the plane and all that stuff. The hat, I hate the hat. It's so dorky, and I wish that we didn't have to wear a hat, but that's how it was there. So that is gearing up. And then you'll board. There are two parts in the whole experience that I got extremely, extremely nervous. The first part was right before I get into the plane. I was fine up until then. I was, yeah, okay. And I get there, because you have to stand and wait for the other people to gear up. And I just got so nervous. And the girl who was standing there taking my pictures, she even asked me, like, are you okay? Are you fine? I was like, yeah, no, we're good, let's go. That was the first time I got really nervous. And this second picture shows the plane. They call it the shark for the plane, and obviously you can see why. But yeah, and then you go in, and then there was a pilot, 2 instructors. I ended up going with some other random old guy. 2 instructors, and then me and the other guy, and then 2 people recording, taking pictures of us. So the plane ride up, it takes about 20 minutes. It's not too bad, and you just kind of go in a circle around where the place is. You just kind of circle up. You get to 7,000 feet, and then my instructor, you can't see him. He's sitting behind me. He was in the first picture, the bigger guy, and so at 7,000 feet, you will strap together with the person. And when he did it with me, it was kind of awkward because he was bigger, so his belly was kind of pushing into my back. So when he pulled us close together, it was like, oh, hello, belly. So it was a little awkward, but he was cool, and he strapped us together, and he told us, okay, we are secure, Isabella, you're gonna be fine. He makes you feel really comfortable and safe, so that was nice. And then you go up a little more, you get to 9,000, you put on your goggles and hat. That's what this picture was. We're getting ready to soon jump out. And then at 10,000 feet, they will say, okay, open door. And the door, it's not like a door, it's more like a sliding little, I don't know how to explain it, kind of thing. Sliding door, I guess. And then you get ready to jump out. And the experience is awesome. I don't even know how to explain it. But the second time I did get nervous was I was more so in the back, and so the other guy went first. And so I'm sitting there and I'm watching him, and I see him literally just go right underneath the plane, and he's gone. And I was just, like, I got a little, I was like, okay, like, this is really happening. And then as soon as I get to the door, it just changed. My emotions, it was pure adrenaline, just this, I can't even explain what it feels like. I can't compare it to anything because it was unreal. And so at that point I was just like, let's go. I just got so excited and was just like ready to just jump out of the plane, I guess. Right before you go, you'll lean back with the instructor. You'll go 1, lean back, forward, and you go back again, 2, and then that's when you go out of the plane. And it's crazy. At that point, I wasn't even scared anymore because when you're sitting out of the plane, getting ready to rock, the instructor has to be on the edge. So for me, I was basically already hanging off of the plane because he has to be the one hanging off, really. So I feel like I'm already basically dangling there. So it was just like, I was like, okay, let's go, let's just do it. So you'll jump out, and your free fall is about, I think I have that on the next slide. So these are just pictures I have of the actual initial free fall. And then, so you'll free fall for about 4 to 7 seconds. That part's really quick. And then the instructor will pull like a mini parachute. It's not a full one, but he does that so you can know what it will feel like when you're by yourself. So that's why they do that. And because we would obviously fall a lot faster if it was us too. So they do that so you know what it feels like by yourself. And so then that part will last about 30 seconds. And it's the craziest feeling because you don't feel like you're going down. You feel like you're like levitating because the wind is so strong, and it just feels like you're just up there. But so you can't really feel like you're falling unless they do give you an altimeter, which checks your elevation of where you're at. So that way you can see how fast you are moving down, but really you don't notice it. And then the option of pulling your parachute, I didn't because I was like, I don't want to worry about that. I just want to enjoy it. So I decided not to. But he pulls it at like 5,000 feet, and then you parachute with or go down with the parachute for about 5 to 7 minutes. So the whole thing is actually really, really, really quick, but it's unlike anything. Here's another picture, and that's what I mean by arching and putting your hands up. So then the parachute.
His cheeks are.
Yeah, it's crazy, and the thing is, when you're going down, it's so loud and it's just like wind going, and then as soon as you pull that parachute and you go up, it's just this really, really quiet and peaceful, and then you see everything, and Kansas looks beautiful from up high, and you're just going down, you hear birds, and the parachute going, or fluttering, I guess, and it's really, really super peaceful, and I mean, you can talk to your instructor if you want to. I did a little bit, but we both were just like, okay, let's enjoy this. So, go down. And then you go 5-7 minutes and you get ready to land. And they told me this before, but the landing, you don't realize how fast you are moving till you get closer to the ground. Because the closer you get, you see it's like, okay, I'm moving at a really, really fast pace. And so it kind of scares you, but since you are with somebody else, all you have to do is tuck your knees, and then they will make it so smooth. My landing was so smooth. We just sat down in the grass, and it was over. So, and afterwards, the high that you get from it is, I did a little dance after mine, because I was just like, oh my goodness, you just can't believe what's going on. But that was basically it. And then my biggest thing is to try it and do it, because I can't explain what it's like. It's just something you have to experience. Just go out and do. So that's it. That's skydiving.
Cool.